Okay, so if you are a UK citizen and you have the right to vote, this is something that you need to hear and hopefully take action on. Just because you've got the right to vote does not mean that you actually can vote in the UK. You need to be registered. And shockingly, if you are ethnically minoritized, of the global majority, Black, Asian, minority ethnic, whatever terminology you want to put around it, you are 22% less likely to be registered to vote than if you are white. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about why that's important. So if you're not registered to vote, obviously you can't vote. And you might go, well, you know what, I don't care anyway. You might think everybody's the same. You might think don't listen to us anyway. What would be the point in you voting? And that's kind of the point. Because we are less likely to be registered to vote, and because we actually, of those of us that are registered to vote, are less likely to vote, politicians don't see the value in listening to us. They don't see the value in spending their time and their energy and their resources in listening to what we want. Because let's face it, they could talk till they're blue in the face and they're still not going to get our vote if we are less likely to vote. So the one way to try and get politicians to take us seriously and to listen to what we want and what we need is to vote. And I like to say it really doesn't matter who you vote for. I think it does, but you can vote for whoever you want. But you need to use that vote, because if ethnically minoritized people can start voting in high numbers, then they're going to have to start sitting up and listening to us in the same way that they do for older white people, because older white people vote. So, of course, people are going to pay attention to what they say and what they want and what they need. So there's a couple of deadlines that you need to know, and they are looming. First of all, to get registered to vote. I'm assuming, because you're listening to this, that you have internet access, in which case it's fairly simple. You just need to pop into your search engine, put UK, register to vote, and it comes up really simply. You need to have done that just before midnight on Tuesday, the 18th of June. That needs to be done to even get your foot in the game of voting. So not long, please get yourself registered to vote. The next thing that you're going to need, and it was introduced last year, is some kind of photographic ID. It's called something like a voter authority certificate, but I just call it voter ID, and you're going to need that. So if you've got a driving license, great. If you've got a passport, brilliant. But if you haven't, there are some other forms of ID that you can use, and again, just search voter ID and it'll come up with them. But if you haven't, there is a free form of photographic ID that you can get. You just need a photo that's taken on your phone, obviously not one when you're out on a night out, proper photo, clean background, but you can take that on your phone, you can go online and you can register for a voter ID. And you need to have done that by 5 p.m. on Wednesday, the 26th of June. So really important, if you don't already have one of those forms of ID, the government has not done a good job about telling people about this, but you need to have it and you need to get out there and get online and get your ID. You can also get a postal vote. Postal votes are great if you're going to be voting somewhere, but you're not going to be there on the 4th of July on polling day. To get a postal vote, again, get yourself online, search UK postal vote. I've actually just done it about an hour ago. It took me a couple of minutes to register for a postal vote. You need to have done that by 5 p.m. on Wednesday, the 19th of June. So some really simple ways to get yourself sorted. And the last date is the 4th of July. Thursday, the 4th of July. If you're going to turn up at a polling station with your photographic ID, you can go between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. So hopefully you can fit that around shifts and that type of thing. But if you can't, postal vote. We need to get our voices heard. I'm going to go over those dates again. Register to vote just before midnight, Tuesday the 18th of June. After then, too late for this election. Wednesday the 19th of June, 5 p.m. If you want a postal vote, you have to have done it before then. Wednesday the 26th of June by 5 p.m. if you don't have a recognised form of photographic ID. And then, of course, Thursday the 4th of July is polling day. Let's get our voices heard. Let's get these people listening to what we need. Get out there, get registered to vote, get your ID and vote. Thanks.